Welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is EVE Online, and welcome to day 23 of our 30-day Let's Play of a brand new character on EVE Online. Day 22 went really rather well for us. We hit the nuclear option, we were running behind on skills, so we followed a recruitment link. We got 1 million skill points and we invested them into unlocking Tech 2 medium projectile weapons. And we fitted Tech 2 medium projectile weapons on both of our cruisers, autocannon and artillery. We also spent lots of skill points on getting drones level 5, which then opened up lots of ancillary drone skills as well. So we did all of these, got some faction drones. We spent almost all of our money on doing that, but it was well worth it because that increased the overall damage per second of both of our cruisers by somewhere in the region of 25% each, so that was great. We also got up very early in the morning to try and do what we usually do in the constellation of Aja, but try it during a different time zone, and that seemed to work rather well. We got lots of sites, we got 3 escalations. Unfortunately, the loot fairy said no, because all of these 3 escalations in total earned us about 20 million ISK, but you know, it's 20 million ISK we didn't have before, so can't complain. So because of that success, we're doing the same thing again. It's again very early in the morning, much earlier than I would usually be playing. So I'm going to go and do the same again in Aja. One other thing I did just before pressing record, I emptied out our loot box, I took it up to the Amar station, and as we see here, I purchased the 3% bonus to capacitor capacity implant and put it in my brain. What does this do for us in our ships? Because we know that capacitor has been a bit of a problem. If you now simulate our anomaly running rupture, the capacitor now lasts 12 minutes with the microwatt drive off. It's still not quite cap stable, but it's getting there. 12 minutes is more than long enough to do probably anything we want to do in the system. I still have to turn my armor repairer off every now and then just to let the cap recharge. But interestingly, if you remember back in the day, I said we might replace this large compact cap battery with a faction one, like a Republic fleet or a Thucker, but these cost like 30 million each. It would make it well, not quite cap stable, but cap stable with a micro-warp drive off. But if we replace this Tech 1 cap control circuit rig with a Tech 2, we now see we are only just stable at 31%. That's about as low as you can get and still be stable. And these only cost somewhere in the region of 9 million. So yeah, half price, and it makes this ship much better. And with our artillery fit, the capacitor on this now lasts 5 minutes 45. It was down at like 4 minutes something, so we've at least gained almost 2 minutes by fitting this one implant. And again, this has a full rack of Tech 1 rigs. So if we replace one of these with a Tech 2, it goes up to 9 minutes 45. And if we replace the second one with a Tech 2, it also becomes cap stable at 33%, and that's with the afterburner running. If you recall, when we did a level 3 mission, which is the last thing we did yesterday, we were having all kinds of problems with having to juggle capacitor and afterburner and the medium rep, and it was all just ugh. So, if we can get together about 30 million ISK, we can get both of these ships to exactly where we want them to be cap-wise. The only other thing on the shopping list is a Hurricane battlecruiser, which costs 53.8 million, and the Mimitar battlecruiser skill boot, which costs 2.5. And of course, we would have to buy all the guns and fittings for the battlecruiser as well, which will probably cost another 30-40 million, so we need about 100 million. So we have day 23, which is today, we have day 29 and day 30 next weekend, so we have 3 days to make 100 million ISK. With that in mind, I'm going to undock and get going. Okay, a little while later, we have been all the way to Aja, and we have done all the anomalies we found, and we found quite a few again. We managed to run 15 hideaways and 7 refuges. That is a good number of sites. From that, we got 1 commander who didn't drop anything, and another 2 escalations. Unfortunately, as you see up here in the top left, one of them is in low sec, and a 3 out of 10 is not worth going to low sec, so I'm just going to untrack that one. The other one is in high sec, so let's swap over to the artillery fit get over there and see if the loot fairy is as kind to us as RNGesus has been. So let's go. Okay, here we are once again at the end of a Sansha 3 out of 10 combat site. Our drones are working on the commander and just blapping the last of the destroyers. There he goes. So let's see what this guy has in his cargo hold for us. Just keep it range 25, just to line ourselves up. The drones will kill him eventually anyway, but I would like to hit him at least once with my guns. There we go. Okay, let's stop firing the guns now, he's just going to melt. Black Ops Commander has been destroyed, and with that, this space is safe from Sansha's mindless slaves once more. So let's see what today's gift is. Now, when I was doing a jar, I did see someone in a Gila, which is a pirate cruiser, farming sites, and he was in the deep dead ends, the same as us. Oh, hello, 78.3 million. I said we had 3 days, and that's effectively like 6 hours a day, so 18 play hours to get to 100 million to buy the battlecruiser. We're about an hour and a half in, and we've got 78.3 million. Well, estimated value. This may not sell for that in MR, but I'm taking it, so that's pretty nice. Oh, what a wonderful start to the day. I'm just going to do a quick price check on this. Looks like we'll get something in the region of 66 million for that if we sell it in MR. We can get 70 for it if we go up to Jita, but I'm not doing a 90 jump round trip to get an extra 10 million, alright? I'm just not doing that. That would be crazy, but that was a really good result. For the rest of today's first play session, I think I might have a look at doing some level 3 distribution missions. Why am I thinking of doing this?
Drive active.
It's because one of the level 3 storylines is really, really good, and it can give you, well, it does give you 4 implants that total up to about 150 million-esque. Of course, the problem there is that you have no control over what storyline mission you get. So I'm going to have to do 15 more level 3 missions. We've only done 1 level 3 mission on this character. 15 more level 3 missions, and hope that we get Kidnapper's Strike, which is a 10-part mission. That is going to take quite some time. Let's have a look at the Tashmarkon family, who are the only corporation we have unlocked level 3 distribution agents with. There is one in Tashmarkon Prime, which is actually the station we live in, and there is one in Helaban, which is 1 jump over. So if we get the Wreath, we can visit this guy, get a mission from him, load up whatever he wants us to take, and then go next door and get another mission. Because a Wreath is more than big enough to carry 2 lots of level 3 distribution. That means that we just need to do that 8 times, then we'll get a storyline mission at level 3. Whether or not it's Kidnapper's Strike, it doesn't matter, because it's worth doing anyway, because we'll get a bigger increase with our MR faction standings. So we can unlock maybe level 3 agents with every corporation. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the first play session of today. I'll probably come back just after downtime and do another tour of Ajah. We know because yesterday in day 22 my play sessions were early morning and then late evening. Early morning was great, late evening not so much. Although, as I have just said, there was someone in a Gila all the way at the very end of the dead end chain in Ajah this morning. I didn't see him there yesterday, but he was there today. So I think today's 2 play sessions will be this one early morning and then another one just after downtime at 11 o'clock Eve time, which isn't too far away, to be honest. So I shall see you when I'm doing the distribution missions. Well, here we are in a station in a Wreath with a level 3 distribution agent in it, and the other distribution agent is only 1 jump away. On the way here, I did make a little detour to the Amar station, and we sold the stuff we got from that escalation, and I got myself a Hurricane, and I got myself Mimbatar Battlecruiser level 1, so that'll be done by the time we come back for the second place session. We only have 17 million ISK. We'll see how much fitting we can do to the Hurricane with only 17 million ISK. In the meantime, let's do some distribution missions. He wants us to take 3 large crates of this stuff, which is 2,100 cubic meters, 3 jumps away. So yes, I shall accept and I shall go and do that. But on the way to there, we're also gonna go to Heliban and get the other level 3 agent.
Warp drive active.
Because this ship should be able to carry 2 missions worth. Not all level 3 missions will give you 2100. We'll see how much the other agent gives us. If we need more cargo, then we'll buy some cargo expanders and replace the inertial stabilizers. Well, the line's slightly slower, but we're only going high sec to high sec. We should be safe enough. Oh yeah, there's lots of cargo expanders for sale. Maybe not in this system, but one system over and touch. I'm not spending $1 million each. I'll go next door and get them for 459,000. Nice. 3 of these will expand us to what? Oh yeah, oh god, yeah. We don't need 3 of them. 3 of them will put us up to 6,000.
Request accepted.
I don't think we're going to need 6,000. Let's see what this other distribution agent has for us. 2,400 from Heliban to Safilbab. It's okay, I can accept that. We'll come back and do this. Yes, I know, I'm missing the cargo. So we need at least 5,000 cargo to do these 2 missions, but that's okay. We do 1 cargo expander, that's 3,800. Second one puts us on 49. This one's 21, the other was 24, so okay, maybe we do need 3. That's okay, I can buy 3 of these, we've got enough money. Just buy 3 of these. There they go. We'll just go and pick these up and fit them and then come back and pick up this cargo. Good to know. Little bit of experimentation goes a long way. Now they're not appearing in personal assets yet because that is delayed, so you just go to Wallet, Market Transactions, right click the thing you bought, select location and then dock.
Active.
New players often get confused and worried about something they have bought not appearing in personal assets straight away. It is delayed by about 5 or 10 minutes, but the Wallet, Market Transactions is instantly updated.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, let's refit this ship. Where are my Tech 2 cargo expanders? There they are. So let's take off the inertial stabilizers. Remember to put them in cargo. Cargo, cargo, cargo. And then hold all these, stick them in the cargo hold, make sure they're there. Yep, okay, let's go. We need to go back to Heliban first to pick up the other cargo. Yeah, we're quite a bit slower without the inertial stabilizers, but it can't be helped. Sometimes you just need big cargo. 10 second align's not great, is it really? We've gone from 6 to 10, it's only an extra 4 seconds. I don't mind. I'm only doing level 3 missions just to try and get to the level 3 storyline. Interestingly, Minmatar Battlecruiser is a 6 times skill modifier, so that means it needs 1500 skill points for level 1 and 8484 for level 2. Add 8400 to 1500, you get just under 10,000. So if we get today's daily bonus, then we'll easily be able to get levels 1 and 2. I mean, level 1's going to be done before the server restart anyway. Level 3 is a little bit tasty. That's like 48,000. I'm not sure we're going to need that.
Docking request accepted.
But we'll see how we get on. Right, let's pick up the other cargo for this other mission. See if we can take 1 cargo expander off. It looks like we can. Alright, cool. We only needed 2 cargo expanders for this. So our align time is 8 seconds instead of 10. There we go. We've saved 2 seconds a jump. Considering we're doing 9 jumps, that's quite a few seconds. And we have to come back as well, so that's like 4 seconds a jump for 9 jumps. Almost a minute we're saving here.
Warp drive active.
Optimize the route, so we're going the shortest route. That's reduced it to 8 jumps. Alright, we saved the jump. Level 3 distribution missions are really easy. You can do them in the free cargo hauler you get at the start of the game. I'm not sure we'd be able to do 3 missions, not if they're all giving us a couple of thousand each. Would we be able to do that? Maybe not. We might need a cargo rig, but I like having the hyperspace rigs because it makes me faster in warp.
Warp drive active.
We could, at a push, replace the damage control with another cargo expander, but I don't like doing that because it drops us down below the 13,000. I usually like to have my AHP at over 15,000 just because tornadoes will do about 14,000 volley damage to you, and a catalyst doing 700 DPS over 20 seconds in a 0.5 system, that's also about 14 or 15,000 damage.
Active.
So that's where I like to keep my transport ships, just in case someone tries to have a go at you. You should be able to survive it, as long as your resistances are kind of alright, and ours are kind of almost alright-ish. I wonder if we have skills for a Tech 2 power diagnostic system. We do not. We need 3 days of training to get energy upgrades for. Well, that's fine. Pretty sure we won't have any shield skills for Tech 2 shields. Nope, 3 days for that. And the same 3 days for that. So, no. Yeah, I'll do a couple of these, and then as soon as Mimitar Battlecruiser 1 is finished, I'll see if I cannot come up with a fitting to show you that we can use to do level 3 security missions. Right, some time has passed. I have completed 10, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 distribution missions. It didn't take very long. I have just finished Mimitar Battlecruiser level 1. So I shall go and spend some time, make a fit for the Hurricane, and then we'll come back after downtime and we'll do another tour of Aja and see if we've got enough money to fit out our new battlecruiser, and then we'll maybe do some level 3 missions for the rest of day 23. Well, today has gone just about as well as yesterday had. Getting up early seems to be the key in Aja at least. Welcome back to part 2 of day 23. Downtime is been and gone. And that means we have finished training Mimitar Battlecruiser level 1, which means we can now sit in our brand new Hurricane. I have made a fit. This is the fit we're going to go for. Okay, in the high slots we have 6 650mm artillery cannon 2s. And the remaining high slot is a drone link augmenter 1, which increases our drone control range by 20 kilometers, which puts it all the way out to 60 kilometers, which is nice because the ship targets out to 66. Mid-power slots, we have an enduring 10 meganewton afterburner for movement speed. We have a Tech 2 medium cap battery. We did not have enough power grid to fit a meter large cap battery, so we had to go with a Tech 2 medium. We have 2 enduring tracking computers, one with a tracking speed script and one with an optimal range script. This is so they don't stacking penalise each other, and it also gives us the option of loading 2 tracking speed scripts or 2 optimal range scripts if we really need the range or the tracking. With the short range high damage phase plasma M, this brilliant battlecruiser still throws it all the way out to 47 kilometer fall off, which is really rather nice. And if we load another optimal range script, it goes all the way out to 56, which is almost a targeting. Our targeting is 66. If we were to load the cannons with titanium sabot, then it would be all the way out to 74, so we would not need the optimal range script. And we could leave that one as tracking speed. So we can hit all the way out to our targeting range of 66. The drones go out to 60, but you know, 60 is almost 66. Low power slots, we have a medium Tech 2 armour repairer, a reactive armour hardener, that will be our tank, 3 gyro stabilisers for damage, and a compact power diagnostic system, A because it gives us a little bit more capacitor, and B because it gives us the power grid we need to actually fit everything. Rig slots, we have a medium auxiliary nano pump 1, which is increasing the amount of repair that this medium armour rep 2 does per cycle. Without that rig, it would be doing 38.3 hit points a second, and with the rig it's 44.1, because it is indeed increasing our repair bonus by 15%, which is a significant amount. And we have 2 Tech 1 capacitor control circuit 1s, just to make sure that this is actually cap stable, unlike our Rupture, which was not cap stable. So this will be a really good fit for doing level 3 missions or 4 out of 10 DED sites. I'm not sure we'll get to any of those, unless we go next door and try and get some Blood Raider refuges. That's an option we can do maybe next week. But we cannot afford to fit all these fittings. I have made a notepad note and I have dragged it all and gone to more and priced it all up. And I said we needed around about 100 million to buy the battlecruiser and fit it out. That was a little bit of an overestimate. I have already bought the battlecruiser, it cost us about 56, and all the fittings, including everything, is 30 mil. So all we need is 30 million ISK. At the moment, we have 17.69. Nice. So we're kind of halfway to the way of getting that thing fitted out, which is really rather good. So I'm going to go off and do another tour of Aja after I've done my daily logins, which is, ooh, that's quite nice, a capacitor boosting booster. And the other daily reward is just pure skill points, 5,000, only 5,000. What are today's 2 air rewards? Mine 2,000 units of ore, that's easy, and destroy 25 non-capsuleers twice, so run a few sites, we'll get that. And scan 2 wormholes. I'll probably get all 4 of these. That'll be 2 million ISK. Alright, I'll go and do some mining first. I'll just knock that out. What mineral will be shortest off? Pyrite. Right, I'll go and get some scordite, and then I'll do a tour of Aja. And if anything cool happens, I will of course bring you back and let you know. And welcome back to the action. You join me towards the end of my second tour of Aja. As you see on my route plan in the top left, there is only one more jump to go. I have found a chemical yard drone site, which we are going to run right now.
Warp drive.
Chemical yards are great because there is a guaranteed sentient commander spawn, which is nice. They can drop some very nice things. Oh look, another Sansha hideaway has popped up on my screen. So far on this tour of Aja, I have run 13 more hideaways and 7 more refuges. 20 sites in all, that's really cool. We have got 1 escalation, which is in high sec, and 1 commander who didn't drop anything, so RNG is being fairly nice to us today. This is the in-gate to the chemical yard. We'll just take it. As soon as I discover what this is, I'll clear off the UI. Being a drone site, everything in here is drones. Helps if I actually click analyze. That does tend to move the probes a little bit faster. You fill. First room is going to be 2 cruisers and a bunch of frigates. A couple of strain frigates, data site, so we won't be doing that. Ignore that. Right, that's a UI cleared. Because we're in the autocannon fit, we're going to have to just charge at these drone guards. When we kill these 2 cruisers, even more elite frigates are going to jump in. That's what these strain are. These are the elite frigates that do warp and scram. They do web and warp jam. So let's just bring the ship to a halt, put out the drones. And the elite drones may shoot my drones. Yeah, it looks like they've aggressed on me. That's fine. Let's just approach this one, see if we can't get him. Good thing is that drones are weakest to EM, and that's what we're firing. Oh yeah, these guys are going to be no problem at all. We are webbed, which may be a problem if there was something difficult shooting at me, but there isn't. There's just some frigates, so our tank is going to be absolutely fine, even though we can't move very fast. Nothing is shooting at our drones, even though these are yellow box, which makes me think that they were thinking about shooting at my drones. Yellow box means they have you target locked, red means they're firing, so yellow usually means that they've stopped targeting me and they're targeting my drones as well. Then you just glance over at your drone control bay and see how much damage they're taking. Seem to be doing just fine. Okay, let's leave that guy for our drones. I'm going to turn off the armor repairer just to maintain our cap and zip across to this other lot. Let's see if we can't aggress them and drag them over here. As soon as our drones are in range, I'll tell them to just attack the strain, which is the elite one, and then I'll clear up the rest. On the way here, we did indeed do all 4 of the daily air things, which have all disappeared because we've done them all, so they've all disappeared, and that's quite annoying. We did do all 4, which was scan 2 wormholes, mine 2,000 units of ore, and kill 25 NPCs twice over. Not difficult stuff to do at all. Right, nearly done with room 1. You have to kill everything in room 1 to unlock the gate into room 2. That's the gate open. Let's get down to the gate, reload my weapons. There is a blitz, there's another Sansha hideaway, lovely. I saw one other person running sites, and he was running them in a Stormbringer. I think he was only doing it to get the 2 kill 25 NPCs thing, because I have not seen him anywhere else. I saw him in like the first couple of systems I was in, and then he disappeared.
Warp drive.
So either he was doing a big circular route that didn't come into all the dead end systems in Aja, which is the whole reason why we're here, or he actually just gave up and did a mission instead of trying to find easy anomalies to get us 25 kills. Either way, we've not been disturbed by a Stormbringer. Okay, in this second room there is a blitz, and you only need to do the blitz, and the blitz is here by this structure. These 5 drone harvesters. Kill these, that spawns the boss, and they're also the escalation trigger. So as soon as they're dead, we're going to leave, because there ain't no reason to hang around in this place. Because there's like battlecruisers and more strain drones and just all other kinds of horribleness. Why are my drones taking forever to kill that drone harvester? These harvesters are made of paper. There you go, get in there, boys. Right, and it will be a sentient destroyer. There he is, the sentient predator alveor. Give a squirt of micro warp, make sure the drones are shooting him. Shoot him with me guns. This will be the only thing that drops anything, because it's a drone site and no drones other than the sentients drop anything. And we have been given the escalation, which is hunting the Drudge Factory, which might be a little bit too difficult for us. Someone else has run one of the 2 hideaways.
Drive active.
See, our tank is taking a bit of a kicking because there's a lot of battle cruisers. But that's all we have to do. As we see, the site has now despawned. We killed the trigger to get the escalation. And we got the boss. He only dropped these drone capillary fluid. The price of these varies depending on whether or not there's an event and whether or not that event drops drone BPCs. This current event does not, so the price in these is terrible. Okay, let's add this guy as a contact. Add contact, low standings, just so we know that he is a site runner.
Warp drive active.
And we'll just leave him alone. Now the fact that he's in this system makes me think he may be going into Sysamod next. Because the only reason you would come into this system is if you're going to go into Sysamod, because this is a corridor system that leads only to Sysamod and Rumida. So we'll see if he follows us into Sysamod. I'm not marking everyone as low standings because I don't like them. It's simply because the negative orange thing is very easy to see. And it lets me see at a glance if there's any more people here that have been running sites when I have been before.
Active.
So as we see, this Ajit guy is being marked as low standings, which means he's probably in the Sansha refuge. Or if one of these is a combat site, he'll be in one of these. I only mark people when I see them in the same sites as me, so I know they're doing the exact same activity as me. Yeah, and the Thrasher fleet issue has joined this place as well, as I thought he would. He's definitely going to be coming into this site, so we're going to have to get the drones out and get to work. Drones, 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 drones. Preheat my gun so they fire as soon as the target lock is achieved. Tell the drones to stop shooting the gun turrets, because the gun turrets aggress me first, so the drones automatically attack them. I don't want them to attack them, I want them to attack the frigates. Hey, and he's acknowledged us in local. And here he comes. Will he warp out? Or will he contest the site? Don't know. Or will he indeed steal some loot and try and suspect aggress us? Don't know. We'll soon find out. Can we annoy him into leaving by killing everything faster? No, he's destroyed one of the gun turrets. Okay. Not quite sure why he shot the gun turret. But he did. Yeah, he's definitely shooting this stuff as well. No, he's left now. Okay, fair enough. That was strange. He hung around for a little while, blew up one of the gun turrets, and then left. Again, that's why you want to target things and hit things really quick. As I said right at the start of this playthrough, this is kind of the reason why I built this fit the way I did. So we could target lock things fast and apply it really well with fast firing guns to annoy people into leaving us alone if they're trying to contest the site. And that appears to have worked. because he's acknowledged us, he now acknowledges that we are also a site runner. So that was what, 13 plus 8, 21 sites run this time. Then we got 22 this morning. That's pretty good for a day's work. So we'll just see what this site is. Yeah, our DMT has now left the system. Not sure what Jeet is doing in here. I'm assuming that this is a combat site, because we wouldn't have him marked unless he was a combat site runner. Either that or he's got a mission in this system. Well, that's a wormhole. Right, let's see where this is. Nisha. Right, I suppose I shall see you in Nisha. Hunting the Drudge Factory is really quite a difficult drone escalation. It's not an escalation, it's an expedition. I believe it's the first expedition we've got, so we will do it. It's just pretty difficult. The way that expeditions work is that it's between 1 and possibly up to 4 sites that all link to each other. Each one you go in has an escalation chance and a chance for a commander to spawn. It's not guaranteed, it's just a really high chance. So you go into the first site, hopefully you'll get a commander, hopefully you'll get an escalation, and if you make it all the way to the end, there should be a decent loot payout in the 4th site, but it's quite rare for you to get to the 4th site. Expeditions are usually so annoying I don't bother running them, but you know, I suppose we should.
Warp drive active.
I'll let Poem get the railgun and we'll see how much money we make from this command relay outpost, and then we'll keep with the railgun fit when I'm doing hunting the Drudge Factory, because I know what that site's like. Alright, here we are in the last of today's escalations. I'm not counting that expedition as an escalation, because that's an expedition. Hey, the drones have killed the destroyer. Well done, little drones. As soon as the Black Ops commander gets within range of us, the drones will switch aggro to him, because he is a frigate. And we'll see what loot he has for us. I'm kinda hoping we have enough loot to push us over the 30 mil. Like, just another 9 mil is all I really need, so we can take out the Hurricane to hunting the Drudge Factory, because it is a fairly difficult escalation. Then just finish off the last 3 destroyers. Drones have almost half killed the bad guy already. So we see again the boss has got insanely high shield resistances, and then as soon as the shields go down he just folds. And I'm shooting artillery at him when I shouldn't be. I need to take out this last destroyer first. There we are. I'm just going to approach him. Turn my afterburner on. You go shields down, armor down, hull down, bad guy dead. Like instantly, as soon as the shields go down, he just disappears. So, fingers crossed everybody. Let's see how much money we made this time. And the answer is 580,000 ESC. Oh, that's just disappointing, man. That is just disappointing. Well, looks like we're going to have to try hunting the Drudge Factory in this fit, which I'm not overly happy about. Okay, we're here. I'm not overly happy about doing this, but we're going to do it. Let's warp to the site.
Warp drive active.
And I'm hoping there's a way to warp in at this site at range, but I don't think there is anymore. No, okay.
Warp drive active.
This is going to hurt. This site is a little bit brutal at the start. There are webbing and warp jamming frigates here, and that's what I'm afraid of. So this could go quite badly. I need to pull range on everything as soon as we can. Are we going to land on a gate, or is it just going to land us in the pocket? It's going to land us in the pocket. That's what I didn't want. Okay, we're just going to have to double click straight ahead. Double click, double click, double click. Go fast, go fast, go fast. We're webbed and scrammed instantly. This is really bad. This is all kinds of bad. Well, at least the drones are attacking the correct thing. This is all kinds of bad. Okay, the drones have got rid of one of them, but not the one that was webbing us. I shouldn't be shooting that. That was a mistake. See, we're so slow, we just can't get out. Come on, drones. Come on, drones. Yes! Alright, drones. Can we get up to speed? Can we get up to speed before we die? Looks like maybe just. Oh, that was a whole thing. Let's bookmark that, because that's the only thing that matters. Stick that in the temp folder. Bring the drones back in. Because what I do not want to do is to destroy that last cruiser, because when you kill the final cruiser in this pocket, just make sure that bookmark took, yes it did. When you kill the final cruiser in this pocket, it brings in a whole load of Sansha cruisers as well, for some reason. And there's no station here. Okay. Just walked an asteroid belt.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, not fun. We did get a message on screen, but I didn't bother reading it. I was too busy almost dying. Bye bye, horrible sight of doom. See, what I was hoping to do was to right click on this and walk to location at 100 and then slowly coast in and pick them off. But no, you just get dumped right into the middle of them. I may or may not have already lost a ship on that in previous years, so I'm always a little bit leery of this site. But we're here, we're repaired, it's all good. And because this has not disappeared, it tells us the message we got was a continuation to the next part of the expedition. Now ideally there would have been a station or a player station for us to repair at, but I'm just going to sit here with the armour repair on in case any local asteroid belt rats come in. I will sit here for 5 minutes, then I'll warp back to that bookmark, which is the wreck, and we'll investigate what loot we got from this. So this is how expeditions go. This is one of the harder ones. There are 3 drone sites, very much like the chemical yard we did. The chemical yard is the hardest one you'll get in HiSec. There is the desolate site, which is 1 grade easier, and there is the haunted yard, which is even easier. All of them have a guaranteed commander in them, and all of them have a really good chance of giving you an expedition like the one we're doing right now. As I said, expeditions are not guaranteed to go on to the next stage, they won't just stop. They're supposed to give you a failure pop up on screen, like, you know, you've lost the signal and your expedition has come to an end, but sometimes you don't get that pop up and it just disappears and you're like, what happened? And then that's it, it's finished, which is a little bit annoying, but that's just how it is.
Drive active.
Right, I think enough time has passed, so let's warp back to this bookmark and hope the site has despawned. If it hasn't, we can escape because we managed to kill all the warp jamming frigates. The loot from all of these drone expeditions is actually pretty crap. Like, even if it makes it all the way to the 4th site, the main loot is absolute garbage. Okay, it has despawned, this is good. Most of the loot comes like an overseer cruiser, and it just drops like a whole bunch of T2 salvage. Well, that's appalling, that's worth absolutely nothing. Right, let's get on to the next site, delete this bookmark.
Drive active.
Right, I shall see you in 8 jumps time. This first part of this expedition is by far the hardest one. All the other parts of it are relatively easy. Right, we made it to the second site of the escalation.
Warp drive active.
So let's see what's in store for us here. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be as difficult as the first one. Let's turn off the armour repairer until the shields go down. Preserve a little bit of capacitor, shall we? This should have a sentient drone of some description, which will give us a chance at getting some better loot than the absolute trash we've been finding so far, like these drone synaptic relay wirings. I mean, they are needed to build all the advanced drones, but it's not worth all that much. Okay, here we go, just 3 cruisers. And it seems we have another location. Perfect. Spit out the drones, they can go and play with the cruiser. And we're going another 6 jumps away. No big reinforcement spawn in this one, I do believe. Of course the drones are shooting a different target to me, why not? So let's just nip in and investigate this wreck, and then we'll get on our merry way to the next stage of this expedition. That's the second cruiser down. I'm just hoping there's not going to be another spawn if and when I kill this third one. Whoops, let me bounce off that bit of terrain. Okay, I should have changed my camera. Didn't realise that the wreck was behind this scenery. Right, no reinforcements, that's it. Just 3 ships in this one. Not quite sure why the first stage of hunting the Drudge Factory is so difficult, but it is. Right, let's see what we get in here. And we get... oh, that's not bad. 4.5 million, it's an improvement.
Warp drive.
I suppose that was all from the drone tactical. Wow, 41 of them. That is a huge amount of them. Usually you only get like 10 or 12 of these things. 31 of these, 21 of these, 41 of these. Again, it's for all the advanced drone types. Right, so I shall see you in another 6 jumps. Right, a couple of minutes later, 6 jumps later, let's go to site number 3.
Active.
I believe this one is significantly harder than Site 2, but not as bad as Site 1. I think there's some elite frigates in this one, and I think there's a reinforcement wave. I can't remember, it's been quite a long time. I always get mixed up between the 3 drone expeditions. I mean, the ones you get in HiSec at least. They're all fairly similar, they give fairly similar rewards. Okay, nothing here at the start, so we'll just approach this. And we have another beacon, and this time it's into low sec, so this will be the last one we do. Come on, spawn. Spawn on me. Spawn the enemies. There they are. Right, we need to go this way. That sentient destructor album is the thing we need to kill, and so are the 2 strain hunters. We do not like strain because that is warp jam and web, so let's get rid of them with the drones. I'm going to keep the cruiser at range. Ideally I'll destroy the destroyers with my guns. Yeah, that's better. Right, that means turn on armour. Next we want to get this marauder. Good, the drones are on the strains, that's good, they've chosen the correct target, well done chaps. Destroyer's going down nice and quick. I'm just going to approach the cruiser now. A, because we need to go and pick up this wreck, and B, because it means we'll have very, very small angular velocity and hit him really hard. Until we get too close, and then we'll start missing. Or not. Or I'll just completely destroy him, you know, one or the other. So we're not going to Duran, so let's untrack. But that is what expeditions are like. Come on little drones. And we got more drone tactical limbs and more drone synaptic wirings. Nothing good, unfortunately. The good things they can drop are sentient items. If we have a look, sentient, all this kind of stuff like sentient damage control, that's worth about 300 million. Sentient drone damage amplifier, navigation computer, tracking link, tracking enhancer, sensor booster, signal lamp, they can all drop from these sentient drones. A very low chance, but they can drop. And also you can get these rogue drone nexus chips, which are worth a fairly decent amount of money, like tens of millions. You spend these in the Sisters of Eve loyalty point stores. Even if you have no loyalty points with them, you spend these and you get a blueprint for an Astro or a Stratios or a Nestor battleship. So those are like the big loot we were looking for. We didn't get that. We got 7.39 million out of it, which is not nothing. I mean, it's almost nothing, but it's not nothing. So I think that will do us for day 23. We have been out twice. We know that early morning's good. We know that just after downtime's good. We know that from yesterday's experience, evening is bad. Evening's too busy. We have bought a Hurricane. We have trained Hurricane. Oh, and also, whilst I was jumping, I docked to repair the hull damage we took from the first site, and I remembered we had 5,000 skill points to claim as our daily reward, and I injected that into Mimitar Battlecruiser level 2. So our Battlecruiser fit was doing 318 DPS, and it's now doing 344, which is an 8% increase. Because Hurricanes per level of battlecruiser skill bonus get an extra 5% damage and an extra 5% rate of fire.
Warp drive active.
So every level of that you get effectively gives you another 8 to 10% damage, so that's really rather good. We need 30 million to fit out that ship. We're sitting on 22. We've got an estimated 7.939 on board, which will not be anywhere near that much because we're selling it in a MAR. So hopefully when we come back for day 29, we'll do one tour of Aja, we'll get some kind of loot or even just some decent bounty payments, then we'll be able to fit out the Hurricane, and we'll spend the rest of day 29 and 30 doing level 3 missions and hopefully a storyline, and hopefully that storyline will be Kidnapper Strike. So until we meet each other again for that, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again very soon.